Snowfall totals across the area still ranging anywhere from about 5 to getting up close to a foot in some spots. We did have a report from southeast Rochester of 11 inches of snowfall. Here at the studio at the top of the hour, we're closer to around 11, or I should say 8 inches of snowfall here at the KTTC studios northwest side of town, but did have a report in northwest Rochester of 9 inches of snow. Again, I think Albert Lee, I do think that needs to be updated closer to around 7 to 8 inches of snowfall. I think I saw a report there in Albert Lee. But notice a wide spread of snowfall. And right now we have some dry air starting to work in. We kind of talked about that at 6 o'clock, that we were looking for maybe another break, another lull with this storm before we have another short wave, is what we call another energy, and maybe some more accumulating snowfall. Right now, on some of our Lewis and Out live cameras, we can see, we saw with Cammie Raisler at the top of the hour too, out driving around safely here tonight, that the road conditions are looking pretty decent, I would say, at this point in time. They're definitely drivable currently. Just have to drive safely here tonight and into tomorrow morning. But if we have that burst of snowfall mixed in with maybe some winds, we could have, again, still some slow travel potentially for that morning commute tomorrow. It's 20 outside. Winds are out of the east-northeast right now, sustained at 26 miles per hour. With that wind, it does feel like 2 outside currently. That dry air really limiting our totals, especially back to the west of Highway 52. Things will change, though, later on tonight. So I know it's over with, right, Nick? But nah, it's too fast. Not yet. We still have, notice, trying to get going here west of our area at this point in time. But the main surge that we'll be looking for is what is right now over central Nebraska. If this holds together, right, which I think it will, the short wave associated with it, that tracks into our area by about maybe 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. That will bring with it that quick burst of maybe, say, another 2 to 4 inches. If we get that, then we're pretty close to around that 10 to 12 inch range when all said and done with this system. Winds are still strong out of the east-northeast, sustained currently at this hour at about 15 to 25 miles per hour. We have some gusts reaching 36 miles per hour in Rochester and 33 currently in Mason City. Visibility, where we still have some of that precip at, dropping down to around a mile currently in Preston. Notice better, pretty good visibility right now in Decorah. And it's really outside of the city limits that you will feel. I can't stress that enough. If you're just driving around downtown Rochester, you won't necessarily notice that visibility issue. But once you hit, say, northern Olmsted County or southern Olmsted County outside of the city limits, that's when you'll start to see that visibility issue. If we look at our visibility forecast here, notice I said that snow would maybe start to move in by 4 to 5 o'clock. Models are indicating that, right? Our visibility takes a nosedive from 2 to 6 o'clock in the morning because that's when we're expecting that next round of some snowfall to start to move in. So from the National Weather Service, we still have winter storm warnings in place for all of the KTTC viewing area until noon tomorrow. Blizzard warnings in effect for both Freeborn and Steele counties until the lunch hour tomorrow too. So here's future track here tonight. Obviously overdoing precip, but here comes that next burst of snowfall. So I said in by about 4 to 5 o'clock. Let's see if future track agrees. Again, by about 5 o'clock, we'll see that chance for maybe a couple pockets of some moderate snowfall. In and out, I think we're done completely with the snow probably by about the lunch hour. So when those warnings expire, I think we're done with the accumulating snow, maybe a couple flurries. The thing on the backside of this, we drop temperatures down quite a bit into Friday morning. We'll be back down sub-zero, I think, for some of those overnight lows, maybe some wind chills close to 15, if not 20 below. So as we look here, your forecast snowfall outlook for the rest of the night, I think we'll get some snowfall accumulations from about 4 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock in the morning, so through that morning commute. And we might continue with this lull. Kind of there's still precip outside, but it's more of a wintry mix because that dry slot is just above the surface. That's kind of changing our precip type over with. Remember, you can download that free KTTC Weather Authority mobile app. Can't stress that enough. You can check radar right there. It'll have our updated forecast. I think Sarah is working on sending out a push alert right now about the snowfall outlook for tomorrow morning and maybe some of those slick roads that could be on the way for the morning commute. Temperatures here tonight, 18 for the overnight low. We'll have snow likely here, especially towards early, looking at what is it, Thursday morning coming up tomorrow. 20 for the high tomorrow. We'll have the chance for some snow in the morning, and then notice just the dropping of those temperatures down through the rest of the day. 7-day forecast here, alert day in place for that morning commute coming up tomorrow. 11 for the high on Friday, and then we continue to see a warming trend into Sunday, 35 with some sunshine. Can't wait, guys.
Yeah, the weekend looks